Derek Allen Thomas.
So we have a problem. Who's this with you?
My wife.
You're charged with violations of probation. Who's Danielle Lawler?
My ex-fiance.
Okay. Hang on, slow down. So they left a note for me. I never like these notes. Smells of booze. Listen, they don't just come in and tell me that just to make up stories. If you want, I'll give you a PBT.
She does.
Listen to me. Listen to me. She does what?
She has been trying to keep me out of my
Did you hear what I said?
What's that?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
We're not going on this case if you're under the influence.
I'm sure I am.
Well, then let's get a PBT. We'll give it to you, and I'll see whether or not you're being truthful. Now, I want you to understand, while it's reprehensible to have somebody come to court that's intoxicated, there must not have been alcohol involved in this incident because you saw me finish.
That wasn't.
You're starting to shake your head already.
No, wasn't.
Okay. While it's repulsive for somebody to come to court intoxicated, I didn't order you not to drink. This incident of this MDOP must have had nothing to do with alcohol, or I would have ordered. So you don't need to get all uptight and start acting like I'm going to lock you up. But I am not going on this case if you are at all intoxicated. Now, maybe a couple people just thought you smelled the booze and you weren't drinking. So you will be a lot better off if you're honest with me. And then we'll go on from there and I'll figure out how I'm going to handle this. You got it?
Yes.
Okay.
I do have.
Sir, we're not to that point. We're not talking about the case. All I want to know is, were you drinking before you came to court today? Yes or no?
I drank last night.
Give him a PBT, and then you'll come back in front. I have a feeling it's going to reflect worse than that, but Derek Allen Makunovich, 242-642-916. Your name again?
Derek Allen.
Now, why would you lie to me?
I didn't mind. I told you I drank last night. Sleep.
If you drank, what time did you stop drinking?
I didn't get to sleep until
What time did you stop drinking?
about 10 o'clock.
All right, that was nearly 12 hours ago. Now, I just want to let you in on a secret. If you have an would you say 086? And that was 12 hours ago, you can add about another 1.18. So you're somewhere around 2.6 when you went to sleep. I'm just telling.
Yeah, I drank with.
Looking to chastise you here. Ma'am, come on up here. Please.
Yeah,
Your name?
Lauren Cummins.
I'm not going to ask if he drove here. Do you have a valid license?
Yes.
Do you drive?
Yes.
You still drive?
Yes.
I'm going to assume you drove him.
Yes.
All right. Now, this is problematic for me because I could lock him up right now, probably should. Under what authority? I don't really know if I have any, to be honest with you. I didn't order him not to consume alcohol. I'm not going to make my own rules. But I have a concern here when I got somebody who's legally intoxicated. Bring the victim in.
Okay.
Just let me finish here. Your name, ma'am? Ma'am, what's your name, please?
Danielle Lawler.
So I have concerns here. I can't go into it except to say that Mr. Makunovich has been drinking. He's still legally intoxicated as of this point. I'm going to set this for another hearing date. I'm not going to go on and deal with a case where somebody's intoxicated. But I'm really concerned, ma'am, just relax. Just relax. I'm talking about you, Mrs. What's your name again?
McNally.
What's your first name?
Lori.
So I hope no alcohol is a condition of your bond.
No.
No illegal drugs. No marijuana. I'm not going to even arraign you right now. I'm just telling you, I'm going to set this for a hearing, but I'm adding a bond condition. I suppose I could get you a lawyer, but I'm not locking you up, and I'm not going to set a cash bond. But no alcohol, no controlled substances, no marijuana. You're to continue to comply with all terms and conditions of probation.
Yes.
Now, I worry about this. Ma'am, you're going to drive home?
Yes.
I have your word on that.
Yes.
Because if I see him or I have a court officer tell me that he's driving out of the parking lot, I will call the police. Stop, Mr. Makunovich, stop. Do you work today?
I took off work today.
Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, no.
So you're not going out of the house, right?
I do all the drinking.
Okay. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm rescheduling this. Now, Lisa, why don't you give me another date? I'll just make a note. Defendant appeared intoxicated. Court added bond condition of no alcohol or controlled substances. And again, it's not my practice to order no alcohol if it doesn't have anything to do with this incident. But in this case now, you've shown up here, you're drunk. You can tell me all you want.
May 22nd at 11.
May 22nd at 11. No alcohol, no marijuana, no controlled substances. But this is a big alarm, I hope, for you, sir. Because if you're showing up and you were drinking to the tune of a 2.6, the overwhelming majority of people would be vomiting long before that, okay? Or at least very ill. So that's what I'll do. Ma'am, is that date good with you? Sure, May 26th, you said, Lisa?
May 22nd.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What day was that?
That's a week from tomorrow, so that would be next Thursday.
Yeah.
At 8:30, Lisa?
11.
Oh, at 11. Okay? I have your word, you're driving.
Yes.
Okay. Do not go out and drive a motor vehicle, sir. Good luck. Thank you. Your name, ma'am? Nolita? You gotta keep your voice up.
Nolita Willeen Rice.
So how did I mispronounce your name the first time?
You said Nolita Willeen the first time.
Well, isn't that your middle name?
It's not Willeen, it's Willeen.
Well, it's Wileen. The court administrator gave me your letter. I read it. You gotta be a little tough though. I don't know. I don't have.
You was rough on me the first time. I mean.
No, I wasn't rough on you.
I'm not here to argue with you, but please, I just try to mind my business and drink my water.
And do what?
Yeah, stay out. I'm trying to drink my water and mind my business and stay out of New Haven. Because I didn't get to explain. I don't come here. I was sent here through an Amazon run. They ran me to, I thought it was Grosse Pointe, it ended up being Grosse Field. So I'm not even familiar with this area.
They got you going 41 in a 25-mile-per-hour school zone.
Well,
Listen to me.
There were no signs.
Listen to me.
No signs from.
Would you please listen to me?
Sure.
I take offense to your letter. I really do. I don't know where you come up with it. I didn't ask you to state your name like I did with the other defendants,
You didn't?
especially after mispronouncing your name.
Mhm. When I walked up, you said, oh, what is it? No, deep violating rights. And then I walked up to the
I
podium.
didn't say it like that.
Okay, do we have a recording of the last time I appeared in this court? Because you asked everybody.
So I made a mistake. See, some of us on this planet, even judges, realize we're not infallible. So if I forgot to ask you your name or mispronounced your name by calling you Wileen instead of Willeen,
And Nolita is Nolita.
Nolita, as opposed to Nolita.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if I didn't pronounce your name correctly, my sincere apology. I have,
That's not really the issue. The issue
Well,
is
you-
the way that you told me I do what I want to do.
I don't think I said I do what I want to do. What I,
You play back the tape, you said I do what I want to do, and I told you that I was driving a rental car that the
Ma'am,
speedometer was
ma'am.
malfunctioning.
You were here for a department rep hearing. I just want to clear the air here.
Mhm.
You were here for a department rep hearing.
Okay.
Now, the officers should learn a lesson because in an effort to be too kind by writing you initially for impeding instead of 41 and a 25, this is the kind of thing that can happen. If you don't resolve it at a department rep, I'm going to set it for a hearing.
I was not.
Ma'am, don't interrupt me, please. So, you know what, there's no reason for us to go on like this. There was a motion to set, ma'am, don't interrupt me. You keep interrupting me. And I hope you're as hard on yourself as you apparently are on other people. I pronounced it Nolita as opposed to Nolita, and I said Wileen instead of Willeen. Seriously. If you're that great at doing everything, you ought not be standing here. You ought to be president. But at any rate, I can't, my condition caused confusion. So here's what I'm going to do. In fairness, the officer isn't here, but you didn't show up on time either. I'm setting aside the default judgment. Default judgment set aside. We're going to reset an informal hearing. If you want, I'll be glad to let you appear by Zoom for that hearing. She'll explain it down there. You can appear by Zoom. We'll reschedule it. If he doesn't show up, I'm going to dismiss the case, okay? So we'll reschedule it. If you want to do it by Zoom, Lisa set it for Zoom. Stephen Syak, 25T642904.
Hey, your name? Andrew Stephen Syak. Good morning, Judge. It's navigated turned out on Syak.
What?
Basically, time set for sentencing.
He pled to attempted drug paraphernalia.
Correct.
I tried to get him into sobriety court, right, sir?
I don't believe so. I think you were considering it.
You didn't want to do it, though.
I was asked if I wanted to. I was given the paperwork to look over. That's really it.
But you told them no, right? You don't want to do it?
Ideally, I don't.
Well, okay, I don't know what that means. Ideally, no. I don't know what you mean by that. You didn't want to do sobriety court, right?
It seems like a very long process, yeah.
All right, just give me a straight answer here. Yes or no? You didn't want to do it, right?
No, I did not want to commit to a 2-year program.
Okay, so I got a problem here. You got a problem, not me. You got a case going on over there, possession of a controlled substance in front of Judge Heston. You violated your probation. I ordered you to test weekly. Every test has been positive for cocaine. You have another drug charge. You don't want to do sobriety court. You're violating her probation left and right.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, what's the other drug charge? I just have one with Esther.
Well, this is still, I mean, it's drug paraphernalia, but it's still related to drugs. If you want me to say it's just drug paraphernalia, that's fine. But did you not have, there was cocaine in the car, right?
Yes.
Right? And you told them it was baking soda, right?
No,
You didn't tell them it was baking soda?
no, when I was talking about cocaine in the car, it was
See, I
cocaine.
advised that the bag in the console was baking powder. You just,
I didn't tell him, must have found that. I wasn't caught with drugs for this case.
at the station, the orange baggie was field tested, which tested negative for narcotics. The SEAC advised the bag on the console was baking powder and there were no drugs in the vehicle. The powder on the spoon was tested, which tested positive for cocaine.
I wasn't aware of this.
You're just gonna use cocaine and drugs till you're 80. You don't wanna,
I've heard drug alcohol.
what's that?
Oh, yeah.
I was just letting him, tell him to let you finish.
Well, I mean, look, it's your life. You're 39. You know, if you're gonna go on using drugs the rest of your life, that's up to you. I can't stop you. But I can do what I'm gonna do right now. And that is you're showing no remorse. You're showing no sign of letting up. You said you're still gonna drink alcohol to them. I see no need, no reason to put you on probation again. That means there's only one other option, and it's the one you're not gonna like.
Can I speak, Your Honor?
You absolutely could speak. Did you come in here on this?
Yeah, I could just hear him saying he didn't go over the sobriety report, and I did.
I said,
Hang on. Don't interrupt. Tell me your name.
I'm on a casino.
Hey, don't interrupt her.
I'm sorry.
You talked to him about sobriety.
I did, and it was a very similar conversation that the two of you are having, that
He doesn't want to stop. He's going to go use and he thinks this is okay. And I guess it is until you die, because I have it happen all the time. By the way, Mr. Siak, I got people coming in, close file, defendant deceased, close file, defendant deceased. If that's what you want, I can't stop you.
Your Honor, I've dropped all other substances, and I am putting an effort into clean it up. My last 3 tests came back with only the cocaine substance, the drinking. I am putting effort in, you know, just I
This
was.
defendant is tested positive for cocaine on all 4 drug alcohol testing. What is that supposed to mean? Do you want me to put a gold star in your head that you're just using cocaine now instead of alcohol or something else?
No, Your Honor, I'm just saying I was working my way off a few substances and making changes, and you know, it's been a process. But I am putting effort in it.
I just want to read you the rest.
Yes, sir.
Defendant also created one of his tests by bringing a urine bag to testing. Okay. Also tested positive for alcohol, benzos, amphetamines, and methamphetamines. So I don't know what to tell you.
I want to say my tests are cleaner than that. So if I'm allowed a little more time, I can show that I can make changes.
Did you review the report?
We did.
Any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
No.
Anything you'd like to say in his behalf?
Yeah, just that, other than what Mr. Siak said, he's told me that he's trying to make an effort, he's trying to clean himself out. Obviously, he did lose his job as a result of the house arrest that he was under. But he was gainfully employed. He does have a 19-year-old child that he actually wants to be a good role model for a judge. We're asking the court to adopt the regulation for probation. Obviously, I understand the court's hesitation, but we would ask the court to allow Mr. Siak a chance to prove what he said here today, Judge, is true, and that he is in the process of actually trying to clean himself up.
I admire you, Mr. Gay. You're doing everything you can. Sometimes defense lawyers they're up against it. You know what I'm saying? Gay is a good lawyer, tries hard. I apologize. I interrupted.
I'm all set.
Thank you. And Mr. Siak?
No, Your Honor, just making an honest effort. I've done a substance abuse evaluation. I'm doing my meetings. Like I said, all those other substances are.
Where's your proof? Let's see your AA proof.
Have the meetings listed on my phone because I've been on house arrest. So I've been doing it online.
Who put you on house arrest?
The court hearing.
I didn't.
It was, for asset,
Judge Hessen?
yeah.
Just additionally, Mr. Syak is also on probation, another matter, we asked any probation about what concurrent with that as far as testing and.
And yeah, I've been doing Thursday, Saturday and Sunday meetings. Thursday, I've been doing, Lily House,
What
Saturday.
good does that do if you're continuing to use? And then you look me in the eye and you lie to me. You tell me you just got it down to cocaine, and they tell me you've got all these other substances and you got alcohol and you don't want to do drug court. And you tell me that you did, I didn't quite tell you to do that. Probation officer hears this. Mr. C,
Yeah, no, I'm saying like my earlier tests had all those substances. My last few is down to just the one.
so the probation officer's lying to you.
Yeah, if they're saying that's not the case, then yes. I mean, I can.
Call
give you
Jessica in
results.
here. Call Jessica in here.
It was Emily Garza.
Jessica was the one that was overseeing this one, but Emily talked to him about drug court.
Yeah, I tested yesterday.
Slow down, just slow down. Let's call Jessica in here.
He's already.
I definitely have a violation.
Mr. Siak. And then you bring a urine bag in to test.
It's so expensive.
What's so expensive?
The Tether pass, they charge extra money for every substance.
Mr. Syak, I would advise.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I believe he's talking about when he just put on behalf of probation. When he tests positive, he's paying for the lab confirmation, so he's paying an additional 25 each time he tests positive for a substance to confirm it.
I know, but what's that have to do with him trying to cheat on his test and bring in a urine bag? Am I missing something? Oh, so if you bring in a urine bag and you cheat, you fraud us, then you don't have to pay for the confirmation test, right? Is that what you're saying?
Should I speak or not?
I'm gonna answer his questions, absolutely.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
Judge,
He keeps saying he cleaned up on all these things. He said,
so he's tested positive. His first test was May 16th. He's been positive on every test since then.
not just for cocaine, but for amphetamines, meth,
Yeah, so his
alcohol.
first two tests, he tested positive for alcohol the first two times he's done, and since then, his most recent two tests are negative for alcohol, but he's still positive for cocaine.
How about methamphetamines?
His most recent test, he was negative for methamphetamines on his most recent last two. So that was July 16th and July 8th, he was negative for methamphetamines.
Okay. Well,
Still
that's good.
positive for the cocaine.
So you're just down to cocaine now.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm working on it.
Yeah, also too, the house arrest was related to a pending domestic violence case he has with Judge Hessen.
What's that?
He has a domestic violence case pending, that's due to the house arrest. That's a judge's case that's pending.
That isn't the one in 2017. That's a recent one?
It's a recent one, it's a new one. And then he's on probation with her as well on another charge. He does have a violation with her today.
Anything else? Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
You can't help people that don't want to be helped. 250 in fines, 200 costs, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. That's $575. Attorney fees are $40, $615. 21 days, credit 1, serve 20 now, and you're going to serve 25 more if you don't pay your fines and costs. I'll let you pay those at the rate of $50 per week. I will start this beginning on September the 5th. Give you a little bit of time. If you don't have the money, you call the court, sir. We'll go on Zoom on it before the due date, or you can walk in here 8:30. I'll be glad to give you an extension, okay?
Judge, just for clarification.
He's in custody.
Syak did say you pay about, how much, 700? Roughly about 700 last time.
Yeah, fines were already issued and, I paid up what was due currently.
On this case?
That's why I was finding a little.
How could you have paid on this case?
Right.
This was a personal bond. I don't find people before I sentence them.
Should we get it on this day?
It's gotta be in
Paid his
there.
other case off,
Yeah.
full that probation.
So that's what I'm doing on that.
That's the first step.
What do you think I'm thinking?
What do I think you're thinking?
Where you been? Tell me your name first.
My name is Talise Jackson.
First of all, on 8486B, that's driving on a suspended. The A files disobey stop sign. That emanates from an April 18th incident, as does.
Yes, both on the same day.
You got two different incident dates, one at 9:11 in the morning and one at 2:14 in the morning. So they wrote you at 9:11 and then 4 hours later, 5 hours later, they wrote you again.
Yes.
And then I have a case from 2019, believe it or not. I was young, not young, just not as old as I am. Where you been?
I've been around. I used to live over here in Woodhead, but I live in Brownstown now.
Oh, geez, okay. Well,
Not
that's,
saying it like that.
that's a long.
I didn't know that. I went to the drive.
Be careful what you're telling me. You didn't know what. You're not gonna tell me you didn't think the case was, you're not gonna tell me you thought the case, hang on, hang on. You're not gonna tell me you think the case was over, are you? Please don't tell me that.
No, I thought that if I were to pay the tickets.
Ma'am, I'm gonna give you a lawyer. Grow up. How old are you? You seem like a very pleasant person, but you're acting like a fugitive. Come on.
I'm 36 years old.
Well, I know, but you're acting like a fugitive. Stop it. You got red marks. Every time I see one of these, it's because a warrant was issued. Are you kidding? Come on. Come on. You gotta grow up. I'm gonna say.
I feel like I have. I feel like I did what I was supposed to do. I tried to get my license.
Listen, go talk to your lawyer.
I tried to get my license together last year, and I contacted the driving authority. I paid a bunch of money to get my tickets and stuff taken care of. I've been on top of my stuff. I've been on top of my stuff. I did mess up,
Yeah.
and I'm human. I'm just saying, like you like throwing that acting like.
Acting like.
You're a bust, right? I'm saying, but like I don't like you responding.
Listen, I don't care what you like.
Okay.
You haven't been here in 6 years.
And
Ma'am,
I thought I.
ma'am, you better watch yourself. Don't start raising your voice and getting this hoity-toity attitude with me.
You're right.
Go out in the hallway and get your lawyer and come back in and do a 360 with your attitude. I don't want to sit here and listen to you lecture me. Did you hear what I said? Go out in the hallway. Don't, hey, come here. Did you do that on purpose?
No, I used to apologize to you. No, I didn't do
You
it.
just went that door.
Slam. It's a swing door down there. I'm not. I'm not upset at all.
Go out in the hallway. A and B, 25E148570, A and B, 19T633606A. Your appearance?
Yeah. Talise Jackson, state your name for the court.
Talise Jackson.
I hope you adjusted your attitude. You adjusted your attitude since you were back up here before?
I might be just my emotion.
Okay.
She's had some things happen.
All right, let's go through one file at a time. All right, let me start on the new ones. 25E148570, A and B. We've got a defense date of April 18th. They're going to dismiss those if she pleads on 25E48486 A and B. That drive while suspended the disobey stop sign. And then we have to deal with the warrant on the 19 case. So is that, first of all, for purposes of arraignment on all of these, does she stand mute, wait, formal reading?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm entering not guilty, please, for on those. Now, if the other two are from the incident date of April 18 of 25. If you plead to disobey stop sign, that is a 3-point civil infraction. If you plead, excuse me, to driving on a suspended, the possible penalties are 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
And there's 2 points that we added to your traffic record. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, did you sign? Well, actually, on suspend there be 2. On the disobey stop sign, there's 3. You only get the higher 2-point total, so you get 3, not 5. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. To the charge driving on a suspended, how do you plead? How do you plead, ma'am?
Plead guilty.
On April 18 to 25 at 2:14 PM, were you operating a motor vehicle on Mills Drive near Valley in Brownstown?
Yes.
Was your license suspended?
Yes.
To the charge of disobey stop sign, responsible or not responsible?
Stop.
Right now, you are on probation still to me on this other, wait a minute, let me just double check. Well, I didn't. Yes. Only place on probation. You're on probation to me on this 19 case, right?
Yes.
You understand by pleading guilty to this suspend, that would be deemed a violation of this probation. This probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated on this charge, talking about in the 19 case, as a result of the plea and conviction from the 25 case. You understand that? And you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
I can't hear you, man.
Yes.
I can't, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it to that charge of driving on a suspended. Please accept it to disobey a traffic signal. Now we've got this 2019 case. All I did was put her on probation on this only because I wanted to clear her. She must have had a ton of warrants. And I said all suspensions to be lifted by March 1 of 20. How ironic. Just so you know, even though she got real testy with me, as though I'm incorrect by questioning why she hasn't been here since 2019. She goes out on these cases. I don't have an answer for this because I haven't looked at her record, but my strong belief is she probably never has had a valid license, even though I told her to have the valid license by March 1 of 20. And then, not only didn't she have a valid license on this date, she also picked up one 4 hours earlier, and she's in here acting like she's oppressed. Go ahead. What are we doing on this one? Is she pleading guilty, or does she want a hearing on failure to attend her scheduled probation visit? It looks like on, I can't tell, it's a typo, June, it says 68/9/19. So I don't know if it's June 8th or August 9th, 19. So that's,
I think it was May 30th, 29.
that's what I sent.
That's what you said.
But I'm talking about, there's a 3-count warrant here, show cause that she didn't show up on, failure to attend her scheduled probation visit, failure to pay fines and costs as directed, and failure to clear all warrants as directed. So how's she going to proceed on that?
So, Your Honor, did you want the explanation?
I was speaking.
Okay, so
She either needs to have a hearing or she needs to plead guilty to those counts.
you'll be guilty with an explanation.
Okay, let's call in somebody from probation. I don't know what day. All right, if you plead guilty here, I want you to understand you could be incarcerated for up to 93 days. Your probation revoked. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And you understand all your rights.
Yes.
And you understand you have the right to a hearing.
Yes.
And you understand if you plead guilty, you're giving up your right to a contested hearing, you're giving up your right to remain silent at that hearing, you're giving up your right to cross-examine any probation witnesses at that hearing. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights. We won't have a hearing, and you could, again, have your probation revoked. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, so the charge of failure to attend your scheduled probation visit, which I'm just going to say it was the first visit, it appears. After sentencing, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to appear at that probation visit?
Yes.
You got to keep your voice up. Count 2, did you fail to pay your fines and costs as ordered? How do you plead?
Yes.
Did you fail to pay your fines and costs as ordered?
Yes.
Is the count 3 that you failed to clear all warrants as directed? How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to clear all your warrants as directed?
No.
You cleared your warrants?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you again, the charge you failed to clear all warrants specifically by June 4 of 19. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to do that?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept to plead all three counts. Ms. Wiles, I'm gonna ask you in a moment to tell me what day the probation visit was supposed to be. There's a typo in this show cause that was generated back on August 15 of 19. All right, Ms. Patillo, what do you have to say? Give me something good here, because not only did she blow this off, not only did she drive twice on suspended license within 4 hours, she came in here like brimming with, like, who do you think you are questioning me? And that just tells me she doesn't see anything wrong with what she did. And that spells bad news for her. So first of all, you tell me, and you can gather your thoughts as to what day that was.
Yes, Your Honor, Elizabeth Wiles Probation Department, it was August 9th, 2000. Yes.
I don't know if I need you even in here, to be honest. I just wanted to clarify that. So the failure to report was on August 9th of 19, right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
So thank you very much. You're all set. So Mr. Tio, what would you like to say? And by the way, just for the record, I am dismissing pursuant to the agreement the two other cases that the prosecutor agreed to dismiss, 252485708A and B. All right, so what would you like to say?
So, Your Honor, Ms. Jackson does apologize for how she entered the court. Back in 2019, Ms. Jackson indicated to me that she has some very bad family issues. She's in an abusive relationship, and I believe the abuser's case was in this court. She had to come and testify, not against him, but for him. It was very upsetting. She has 3 minor children. She is currently employed at Ford, but back then what happened, it was a mix of the pandemic hit right around March 20th. She did fail to attend that first hearing.
Well, but wait a minute, but this was, the pandemic didn't hit till 20.
Right, but on March 1st, 2020, she was also supposed to, she failed to attend the meeting on that date, looks like. The reason that she failed to attend the hearings, one is that, and you can tell me if I misspeak, did you think it was non-reporting probation?
That's what I do to understand, is that it was non-reporting probation.
I might have given you non-reporting probation, but they still got to explain that order initially, so.
I was pregnant at the time.
Why?
She had a lot.
Okay. The good news for her is I'm not one of these to hold anything against her, even though she acted juvenile. We're gonna work through this. As long as she understands she made a mistake and acknowledges it. And it goes so much further with me than somebody comes in and acts like we're inconveniencing them. She needs to figure out what she's gonna do. She didn't clear her warrant. She didn't pay the fines. How's she gonna pay the fines?
She got a payment plan for the fines.
Where does she work now?
Ford.
She's making $32 an hour.
All right, so.
I mean, I think that's great. Do you have, how many kids do you have?
I have 3 sons,
How old are they?
14, 5, and 8 months.
Are you collecting any child support?
No, he's dead.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I really am. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. All right. Let me see something here. Counsel, I'm gonna set this for cents. I'm gonna set all these for cents. If she's gonna get her act together and she's gonna get her money together, she's gonna try and go and clear warrants. That's what she's gonna try to do. I don't remember where they all are. We're gonna give her a sentence date. I'm just gonna make a note, defendant to save money. Clear warrants. We're gonna give her about 5-6 weeks to come back. So hopefully she'll at least be able to pay this one. And then I will set a sentence date on the other 2.
Okay.
So how long do you think it'll take you to save about $400 on this suspension charge, ma'am? Oh, wait, she got a bond. She posted a bond? Oh, that's in your name. You got 4,010%. Okay, so we keep by law, how much is that? $455. Now I'm gonna continue the bond. You save money on these others. You go over and try and clear your warrants. Let me just check. Did you see where she's got warrants outstanding now?
Judge, something you cleared, right? Your license.
All right, here's what I'll do. We'll just continue your bond. We'll give you a sentence date. Lisa, give me one about 5, 6 weeks when Miss Patillo is here. Will you please?
June 18th at 8:30.
June 18th at 8:30, okay?
Okay.
So that'll give you time to save some money and do whatever else. Stop driving though. Please don't let me see.
My life is valuable.
Oh, it is good. Good.
This one,
You're fine. Let me tell you something. I believe you. I believe you. It's all right. I'm not going to hold those kinds of things against somebody. I'm a horrible judge if I do that. You're gonna be fine. Just show ability. Go so far.
yeah, no, I'm not trying to act like a victim. I was
All right, you're fine. Let it go. It's okay. You're fine, honestly. Good luck. I really wish you well. Go down the hall, get your notice, and we'll see you back here, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much. Do I have a notice? Gail Quatez Demps, 25B 706-301. Do you have another one, Trooper?
That should be my only one for today, sir.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. You as well, sir.
Mr. Carmen, your name?
Michael A. Carmen, P73824, on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Sir, your name?
DeKel Demps.
I want to read you something, counsel. The defendant needs to this is from the probation directive. Defendants needs to report to house arrest services ASAP. They've had at least 2 occasions where there's been an extended strap disconnect with his tether. House arrest has attempted to reach out to him via phone, but they've not been able to reach him. The victim was notified each time the disconnect happens. HADS needs to see him just so that they can check his equipment. They'll determine if it's an equipment issue, or if it was tampered with. They attempted to contact him via phone. We have phone number 313-854-5201. Is that your phone number, sir?
Yes.
Why aren't you calling back house arrest?
I got a call from house arrest Sunday saying that
Why didn't you call them back?
it was later on in the day when I would have been able to get there.
Did you call them yesterday?
No, I didn't talk to them
A real
yesterday.
concern about whether or not there's been a violation of the no contact in the area that you were supposed to be in. So you're going to call them now.
Right.
And Mr. Carmen, you're going to have to referee that. If not, if there's no call, I'm going to have a bond violation hearing. And if I find out that he's been within the zone that I told him not to be, he's going to have a big problem. You don't get to ignore those places, sir. And our staff called you too, I was told. So I don't know what you're doing. So we're going to figure this out right now. Where are you at, sir?
I'm at a Speedway in Howell, Michigan. I'm delivering gas. I'm at work.
Okay, you're not going to be on Zoom anymore. You're going to be here in person. Do we understand one another?
Yes.
Do we understand one another?
Yes.
I think I need to take care of this now. Why are we setting the exam 3 weeks out, Mr.
Your
Carmen?
Honor, I asked the prosecutor again if we can keep it for next week. That's fine.
I need to address this issue here. I'm concerned right now. And I don't know quite how to address it because your client thinks he doesn't have to return tether call companies. And I have this very, very bad feeling in my stomach that he's violating the no contact provision. And if he's violating the no contact provision, he better have a lot of money with him. Okay? So we're going to figure this out. I'm going to let you go into a breakout room and talk with him right now. And I'm going to send him then at a minimum over to house arrest, which he will go to right now. I don't care if he has to quit his job, lose his job. He didn't call them back. He should have called them back. He chooses not to call them back. And for whatever reason, he has not taken the court seriously. You're going to take me seriously, right, Mr. Demps?
Yes.
You think I'm a joke of any kind, do you, sir?
No.
Call the Tether company. You're going over there now. You're going to house arrest right now. So you better call your employer, and I don't want to hear my employer won't let me off. Do you understand what I told you?
Yes.
You ignored our calls and you ignored a call from house arrest on Sunday. This is not a game. You want to play a game? Go to Comerica Park.
Your
We
Honor,
understand one another.
No,
Do we
I'm sorry.
understand one another?
Yes.
Good. He's going to house arrest right now, exam to remain for September 16th at 10:30 in the morning. Now, call in Beth.
Okay.
How far are you from house arrest roughly right now, Mr. Temps?
I'm pretty far. I think I'm about an hour and a half away. I'm in Howell, Michigan. I believe it's in Warren, Michigan.
Mhm.
And I did speak with house arrest on Sunday. I spoke with them.
You committed on Temps. Let me call in Miss Wiles.
Apparently the detective wanted to be in on this too. She just sent me a text, so I just admitted her.
Who's the detective on this? Detective Tulaj, your name?
He's out there.
Ms. Wild, your name?
That's what Probation, Your Honor.
Detective Tulaj, your name?
Good morning, Honor. Detective Crystal Tulad, Brownstown Police Department.
So he says he called Sunday. I didn't know that he got a hold of them. He said now that he got a hold of them after I talked to him about not getting a hold of us. Didn't we call?
Yes, and my last message from House Arrest Services was yesterday with a strap disconnect, and again, he did not contact them back, which is why I wanted to confirm.
We're going to have a bond violation hearing right now.
Your Honor, can you give him a chance to call him and we can go to the
No,
breakout room
he's
together?
coming over to the courthouse right now. He's coming over to the courthouse, and I don't know how they're going to check it and see if it's incidental or not, but I've heard enough. I've got concerns here. I don't go for this nonsense, people violating court orders. You're coming here right now, Mr. Demps. Do we understand one another?
Yes.
Good. Detective, did you have something you needed to say on this?
No, Your Honor, I was just present for the probable cause conference to determine whether or not, or what the new dates would be if he did not decide to waive the exam.
You're telling me, well, they're sticking with the 16th, apparently. Mr. Carmen, what happened?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm got a picture of you on there. I need you on there.
Mayor.
All right. I don't know why. Something is really tugging at me here. I'm not satisfied right now. I want you to have house arrest. Ready?
Yep.
And you can tune back in for a call at 11 o'clock, detective. He's going to drive over here. Mr. Demps is right now. Okay, and then we'll take care of it. Thank you very much.
Mr. Demps, the good phone number for you ends in 5201, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you a call.
Okay. I leave the Zoom or?
Yeah, you can leave the Zoom. You're driving over the building here.
Okay.
Nicholas J. Horn, 25. Thank you. I'll be in touch, Ms. Wilds.
Yeah.
5T704. Stay seated.
Court is back in session.
All right. People against DeKale, Cortez, Demps, 25B, 706-301FY. I'm gonna need the prosecutor on this one.
Michael Carmen, T7 Reeves, with one half of the country.
Was this Mr. Mohammed?
Oh, this is, or is it all?
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna need you in here, sir. Your name?
DeKale Demps.
Mr. Turner, Your name.
Matthew Turner.
Detective Tulas, your name.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Crystal Tulas, Brownstown Police Department.
Sorry. So I'm going to first find out from you, Mr. Turner, what you can tell me. Do you have personal knowledge of the facts and circumstances of this case, to wit, with respect to the tether that was placed on Mr. Demps?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Your name?
Good morning, Robert.
So we've been waiting for Mr. Demps for quite some time. I was told, and I'm going to read you the email or memo. Defendant needs to report to house arrest as soon as possible. They've had it at least 2 occasions where there's been an extended strap disconnect with his tether. House arrest has attempted to reach out to him via phone, but they've not been able to reach him. The victim was notified each time the disconnect happens. Needs to, in house arrest, needs to see him so they can check his equipment. They'll determine if it's an equipment issue or if it was tampered with. They attempted to contact him via phone. And then they list the phone number. Are you able to confirm that this is still his number? I did confirm that. I was told by, come on up, Ms. Wiles, that that house arrest had contacted him Sunday. The defendant acknowledged that. He said that he, I believe, did or did not. I don't remember if he said he contacted him. Ms. Wiles, your name?
Elizabeth Prosecution, Your Honor.
I don't think he contacted them. Did he contact you guys, Mr. Turner?
The only time he contacted us was Sunday after the initial missed call. We called him about the strap tamper. He did not answer at that time. He did call back and was advised to come in on Monday, September 8th, to get that looked at. He acknowledged that he would be here, and he did not come yesterday.
But do you have any questions of him, counsel, of this Mr. Turner? Yeah,
Mr. Turner, the
house arrest. He's the tether company.
one question I have is, was he around the complainant's address?
Can you tell us where that tether indicated that the defendant was? It was actually disconnected, right? I think I can answer that. So you don't know, correct?
I apologize. With the strap connection, there's 2 things that have to fail. One is the extended strap disconnect means that there is something that needs to be looked at. It could then turn into this tamper becoming the tether off the leg, which is why we would need to see them as soon as possible for an equipment check. At the time of the tamper, he was at 21871 Stratford Place Boulevard. Looks like an apartment home.
Let me see here. Stratford Place.
Your Honor, I believe that is his residence or nearby.
That is whose residence?
Mr. Demps.
I have Mr. Demp's residence as Kings Point Boulevard in Brownsville.
Right, which is within
Residence.
Stratford Place.
That's within Stratford Place, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions of Mr. Turner?
Mr. Turner, what time did you talk to my client on Sunday?
I did not speak to your client. One of my coworkers did speak to him at, that was Sunday. 1:19 p.m.
Okay, he was told to come in on physically come to house arrest on Monday
Correct.
not by you, by your coworker.
Correct.
How do you know that?
I have the voice recording from the phone call.
Okay, where he specifically told him to come in physically on Monday.
Correct.
Did she give a specific time?
No, that he had to be here before 7 PM and that he should come in the morning first thing.
And did Mr. Dents acknowledge that?
He did.
Then was there any further communication?
We attempted to reach out to him yesterday at 12 PM. It went to voicemail.
Okay, now, and the situation with this faulty strap, is this a common occurrence?
It is not, but technology does have issues at times.
Okay, now is it possible that with the faulty strap, the tethers, I guess, the functionality could go in and out?
Yes,
Okay, without necessarily involving any tampering on whoever's wearing it on their part.
correct, which is why we would need to see him for an equipment check to ensure that he did not tamper with the device.
Okay, now what are the reasons that this could potentially happen with the tether?
The band is made with a fiber optic cable. It could be that, something was blocking that fiber optic connection. Something got bumped to where it did disrupt that fiber optic connection. Or it could have been that he was trying to remove it.
Okay, or could it possibly be also, sir, just ordinary wear and tear on a tether that's been in service for a while?
On the strap, yes.
Thank you.
I'm calling the halt to this. You're to go to house arrest by 2 PM today. If you don't do that, I'm going to consider this to be a bond violation. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt for the time being. It doesn't sound like anybody can prove that you intentionally caused this disconnect, but as of now, you're going out there today by 2. You don't go today by 2, I'm telling you, I'm going to forfeit your bond, revoke the release, and set a really high cash bond. Do we understand one another?
Yes.
You go to house arrest by 2 PM today. I'm scheduling this. It will remain for September 16th. This is the exam at 10:30. However, it might be that if they know, you notify Ms. Wilds of your findings. If it turns out that there was an intentional disconnect, whatever day Mr. Carmen is here this week, we will have a hearing. Okay? To determine whether or not that was intention.
Thank you.
All right, you understand, sir?
Yes.
Go down the hall, get your notice, and you come back, you go to house arrest by 2, so you better get going. Good luck. Thank you.